So we talked about the BET Awards yesterday.
You sure did.
A lot of people attended. We didn't really get into that. It's not what we do here. But a lot of people attended. And one of those people was Angela Simmons. She walked the red carpet with her man, Yo Gotti. Um, she's wearing a green dress. I didn't like it, but that's neither here nor there. And then
There's a lot of heat going on right now.
that's not hate. I didn't like the dress. I don't have to like the dress. How is that hate? I didn't say she looked awful in the dress. I said I did not like her dress.
You are correct.
People really be trying to put hate on you. You're not hating. Anyway, I didn't like the dress. I stand on that. Because I
But
stand.
what
What
did
did
you
the
like
kids
even
say?
less?
Huh?
So you standing on business?
I was standing on business. But not only that, her purse. Her purse was so her dress was like green and I guess silver or whatever, and then her purse was green. It was a gun. It was in the shape of a gun. And she gets on the red carpet and they're like, Angela, Yo Gotti. They take pictures, and she's she's picking up the purse and like pointing it at the camera like she's shooting a gun.
Correct.
And I
You are
remember
correct.
I remember seeing this before I heard anybody say anything about it, but Sunday night, I remember going on Instagram and seeing an image of this and thinking to myself, now why in the hell would you do that?
Questions that need answers.
A few things ran through my mind. The first one was, this is weird. Like, it's like, I get that it's not a real gun, but like it's a gun and you're like pointing it at people. And that's just some weird shit to do, especially when you're in a public place and you're around tons of people.
Yep.
The outside of this red carpet is usually lined with fans.
Yep.
It's a weird thing. It's also just a weird choice to carry something that looks like a gun and walk around with it all night. Also, I'm,
Yes.
you know, normally I don't get into people's business. Not here anyway.
Right, on your other podcast though.
Normally I don't get into people's business, especially when it's like sensitive subjects.
Right.
But Angela Simmons' baby's father, child's father, was killed by gun violence.
Right.
What would possess you? Just for fun. This is. What would make you think a gun purse is cute? Knowing just that simple fact.
Yeah. Well, she heard about what people were saying
Mm-hmm.
and she issued a statement.
No. Before you talk about that,
I
that's
don't
not the
I
first.
don't get to
That,
I
go
don't
ahead.
get to read it. No,
You
okay.
get to read it, but I want to point out that's not the first thing that wasn't her first response.
Well, she put out a video too. You gonna talk about the video?
You don't want to talk about the video because the video.
Oh, good. I didn't know. I thought we were skipping a video. I didn't know.
Oh
Good.
no, we're not gonna skip the video because I
Well,
love
go
this.
on,
I
girl.
love this.
Go
This is my
on, girl.
favorite thing, right? Where we think that the things that we do, and by we, I don't mean me, you think that the things that you do are okay, and you get on a public platform after you didn't like the fact that people were talking about you and what you did, and you try to somehow justify it
Oh, that's what
without
the video.
without giving it a thought. My thing is, people, you went viral.
Not me. Angela Simmons.
You went you went viral, and same night you decide I'm gonna talk to the people. You didn't give it much thought. You didn't consult your publicist. I don't know if she has one. You didn't consult your public relations people. She's a part of a very high profile family. I'm sure there's a public relations person somewhere in the midst. Okay. uh your dad is Rev Run. You've got access to people who know things. You've got access to
Whose house?
Ron's house. You've got access to people. If
Definitely.
you have a question about, she could have called her daddy. And he
Yeah.
probably would have had a reasonable and sound response that she should use when going to the public about her little gun purse. But that's not what she did.
Nope.
Instead, she gets on, she goes in the video, I'm paraphrasing, I don't have it in front of me, but she gets on the video and says, I mean, I see that y'all are like having a problem with my purse. But like it was cute and it matched my outfit, so I don't really see what the problem is. Like it's just cute and it's a purse. And I liked it. So that's it. It's not about anything else. You still don't have media training after, like, you've had a clothing line, you worked for whatever that magazine was that
Sprinkle
we,
sneakers. Remember the sneakers?
yeah,
Those were hot in the streets.
yep. You worked for whatever what was the magazine that we used to rip the posters out of and put them on our wall? She worked for one of the magazines. Like she said,
The Source? Double XL?
no.
What?
You're
Oh,
such
those
a
were the
hip hop.
magazines.
You're such a hip hop head. You don't remember like Word Up magazine and Right On.
Oh, she worked for those? I was trying to be
She,
more recent. Those are older
no,
magazines.
she worked for one of them at one point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of
Because
course
I
I recall.
because I did watch Run's House when it was
Oh, well,
when it was
you
on.
know.
But my point here is, I know I'm going off tangent, but my point here is that she made it seem like it was no big deal. Okay, so it's no big deal. So then go and go forth and play with your gun purse. But
Oh,
that's not
not
that.
possible.
But that's not what happened, right? What happened next? Tell us.
Oh, she put out something on her, looked like Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
that says, I want to address the recent incident involving the green purse I carried at the BET Awards. When I chose the purse, I believed it was cute and unique, and I made a poor decision in using it as an accessory to amplify my beauty.
What does that mean? What is it? What is that? How did a gun purse amplify your beauty, lady?
Man, it's nice to be a woman because I could not say that out loud.
I mean, I think that's a fair question for anybody to ask. It's such a poor choice. Like it's such an obviously poor choice.
Yeah, because purses amplify beauty? Is that
It
what
just
happened?
just what she said just didn't make sense.
All right, let's keep going here. He says, I deeply regret that this item, which symbolizes a gun, was inappropriate and insensitive, especially given my personal and community experiences with gun violence. I understand. Oh, I thought he was about to say something. I understand the pain and hurt this has caused, especially to those who have been directly impacted by gun violence. For my entire life, I'm sorry, I don't even know what it's about to say next. But when people say my entire life, I always gotta laugh because I'm like, oh, here comes some bullshit. Um, for my entire life, I have always exemplified peace, unification, and the resolution of gun violence in America.
Oh,
I have personally lost my partner, the father of my child, to this type of violence. I don't want to keep saying the word, the G word.
hmm.
Um, and I have witnessed its devastating impact on my community in Southeast Queens. Never mind.
Where is
My
Southeast
work,
Queens?
my work with this is ridiculous. My work with Erica Ford, a leading gun violence activist, and my own organization that creates programs to reduce gun violence and help those directly impacted by the epidemic have always been about making peace a lifestyle. I thought that's a different word.
She has her own organization that is dedicated to ma'am. Now she deserves Donkey of the Day from Charlemagne.
So I got two more paragraphs. Hold on.
There's more.
Gun violence. I'm gonna speed up. Gun violence is a disease that has taken too many lives, particularly among young people and black men. Facts. By carrying the By carrying this purse, I did not intend to promote gun violence in any way. It was a mistake that does not define who I am or my commitment to ending gun violence. To anyone who was hurt or offended by my actions, I offer my deepest apologies. Moving forward, I will continue my dedication to making peace a reality for millions of children and families across America who, like mine, have been directly impacted by this type of violence. I ask you for your understanding and forgiveness, and I hope that you can accept my sincere apology. While this incident was a misstep, I will not allow it to define my moral compass or my commitment to promoting peace and ending G word violence. Thank you for your continued support in this crucial mission. Angela.
I just want to be clear about something. I mean,
Reverend will
I,
never.
listen. I too have lost people due to gun violence, and I'll only say that because I wasn't hurt by what Angela Simmons did. I want to be clear about my stance here because I have taken a very strong stance in this conversation. I'm not hurt by it. Like,
No harm was done to you.
have I been right? Have I been hurt by gun violence? Absolutely. Am I hurt by Angela Simmons carrying a purse that is a gun? No, I just thought it was stupid. I just thought it
Yeah.
was dumb. And yes, given her history and given her involvement with with activism and all of that, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, what was happening in your head when you said, "Oh, this is cute and this enhances my beauty."
First of all, I would like to start by saying to all the women of the world, I normally don't address you all as a monolith,
You be
but
careful.
I just want to say to all the women of the world, purses do not enhance your beauty.
It was a poor choice of words, I think.
I just I just don't want people to see this and think, oh man, I gotta go get a purse to enhance my beauty. Because it doesn't enhance your beauty. The second thing I would like to say is, sometimes when you take people to certain places, they don't really know what they're getting into. They just excited that they get to do certain things, like participate, right? And so I remember when the Joker came out, right? The Joker 1 now because 2 is coming very soon. And uh there's a culturally important or very impactful scene. I don't know what to call it, but there's a famous scene of the Joker character dancing on the steps. And many people across the world saw this movie and felt, I relate to this film. I gotta go to those steps. And they found those steps in the Bronx. And people from all over the world went to those steps to try to recreate that epic Joker moment.
It wasn't in Southeast Queens.
It was not in Southeast Queens, it's in the Bronx. And when those people who are not from the Bronx, when those people came from all different parts of the world to go dance on those steps, some of them got smacked up, some of them got robbed, and some of them knew real quick, uh, we better get out of here because there's problems coming. And what happens is sometimes, the hood, we embrace a lot of people. We allow a lot of people to come to the barbecue, as they say. And sometimes what happens is the people from Southeast Queens, they go to the wrong place and do the wrong thing. I'm trying to make jokes and
I
comparisons.
see what you're
But
saying.
the thing is, BET Awards is not an Angela Simmons event, but she's dating Yo Gotti, and it is a Yo Gotti event.
Well, I think that's true. I think Angela Simmons has been to the BET Awards many a times before.
Sure. My point is, Angela Simmons is not the kind of person who seemingly, based on what I'm seeing here, knows how to behave in the hood. Is BET happening in the Bronx? No. But it's got a very specific demographic today. We got Sexy Red throwing money in the crowd. We got everyone twerking on the stage all night. Angela Simmons, this Hollywood pinkies up rich girl, this ain't really her spot. That's the point I'm trying to make here. You could
Okay.
disagree, and that's cool. Listen, I feel like Angela Simmons, this wasn't it for you, baby. You came to the place with the guy. I felt like that guy got the reputation. I could get away with this. But you did too much. Just like the people coming all the way from Switzerland to the Bronx to dance on some steps. You did too much. And now there
Definitely.
things happen when you do these things.
She definitely did too much. She, yeah, she.
I think that's why it happens. Listen, we see it. Sometimes the pretty girl who's not from the hood, she knows she might live in the suburbs, but she dating a dude who's from the hood, so she come to the hood and she on his block trying to do the things, like Kamala Harris quoting Kendrick Lamar. It's kind of like that.
Now, is Southeast Queens not the hood? I don't know. What is
I
Southeast
was
Queens?
making
Like,
a
what
joke
area?
because I
I
don't
know
I don't
Northeast.
know Southeast Queens to
I
ever
don't
be
know.
said in life.
I've
Now
never
people
heard
might
anybody
say Jamaica Queens or whatever area, the
saying
Astoria.
Albans. I know.
Right, whatever area they're from,
I'm like,
they say it,
where's
you
that?
know. But I never heard anyone say Southeast Queens. And
No,
so if
I'm
you're
gonna,
from Queens
I'm
and
gonna have to
and
call
you're listening to
this.
this, please put in the comments what the hell is Southeast Queens? Is that one of the places we recognize? Is
I,
it like so, bro? If you know, you know. Uh, let's finish this pod here. Anything
I,
else? Anything else you want to say on Angela before we move on?
no, I mean, but I feel like we can wrap it up here. I think we said enough. No, there's nothing else to say here. She apologized, which I guess is cool. I
Do
didn't need
you
her
like this?
apology.
You like this apology? The second apology, because it's the second apology technically.
Well, the
The
first one was
video.
an apology. The first one was a double down. But do I like the apology? I mean, it was the apology. I guess that was necessary.
I don't like this apology. I'm gonna
I
keep it above. I'm probably gonna get in trouble after this pod, but I feel like a lot of times on the internet today, people give these half-ass apologies and try to give you their resume, like when the person says like, "Hey man, I didn't mean to be transphobic. I have gay friends. Let me
yeah.
tell you about my gay friends." No, just say sorry. Just say, "Hey, I did or said some shit I shouldn't have did or said. I fucked up. I'm sorry." But today it's like people can't do that. It's like we gotta say, "Hey, listen, I know Dash wearing a red hat on camera offended Sexy Red's fans because they wear red hats, and Dash didn't have on the Sexy Red hat on this hip hop based platform. I understand that offended people, and I'm sorry as her co host." And then I get into a whole essay about my history as a Sexy Red fan and the type of red hats I used to wear. And nobody gives a fuck. Just say sorry and shut up. It makes it worse, in my opinion, when you try to give the resume. Oh man, yeah, because I used to work with kids for 14 years, and so I understand that people from underdeveloped communities, we need to really get around our people. And I've always been the kind of guy, yo, shut the fuck up.
Well, I'll say this. I don't think that her apology was for us. I think that her apology was for those same organizations she noted. And I think that's why the apology went the way it went. because it was to protect her connections. It was to protect her relationships, which is what she should have thought of when she said,
I was
"Ooh,
about to say that.
this
Yeah.
is cute."
Before you tried to enhance your beauty, you should have thought about that.
I just, I just think it's silly. Like
Then
it,
you're gonna say, and that's the other thing. You start your apology with telling us about enhancing your beauty.
that was a weird thing to say. I think it was a weird,
It's
uh,
like, hey, listen, I know
weird
I
statement.
carved a gun into my beard, but I thought the gun would enhance my handsome face. Yo, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's very
Why?
odd.
What are you doing?
It's very odd. But anyway,
It's
uh,
bad.
no, I was just gonna say that's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, me too. And these weird apologies that we keep hearing.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep getting those because people are gonna keep wanting to, protect their connections.